Your computer is lying to you right now, and most people won't find out until it's too late. You've been told your PC is slow because it's old, that you need a new one, that hardware just degrades over time and there's nothing you can do about it. You bought into that story, you upgraded, you spent hundreds, maybe thousands on new machines. And you know what? You didn't have to. Not even close. Because here's what they don't tell you. The slowness you're experiencing right now has almost nothing to do with your hardware. It has everything to do with what's quietly happening inside your system. Right at this moment, while you watch this video, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that will completely change the way you look at every computer you've ever owned. Let me ask you something. Have you ever turned on your PC in the morning, made yourself a coffee, come back, and it's still loading? Have you ever clicked something and just waited? That spinning cursor that feels like it's mocking you? Here's what's actually happening. While you sleep, while you're away, while you're just trying to get work done, your PC is silently, consistently destroying itself from the inside, not the physical parts, something far more insidious. And the worst part? Every single day you don't fix this, it gets worse. Exponentially worse. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm going to prove it to you. And by the end of this video, you're going to have the exact tools, the exact steps, the exact knowledge to reverse almost all of it for free in under an hour. So let's talk about what's actually going on. When your computer was new, it was fast. You remember that feeling, right? Boot up in seconds, programs open instantly, everything just flows. That speed didn't disappear because your CPU got slower. Your CPU is the same chip it always was. Your RAM didn't shrink, your storage didn't physically degrade, not in the way most people think. What happened is called digital entropy, and it's happening on every single PC on Earth. Here's the truth. From the very first moment you start using a computer, a war begins. Hundreds of processes start fighting for resources. Programs install themselves into your startup. Services run in the background you never asked for. Registry entries pile up like a graveyard of old software. Your storage fills up not just with your files, but with the invisible debris of everything you ever installed, ran, or even briefly visited online. And here's where it gets sinister. Most of this doesn't show up anywhere you'd normally look. You go to your hard drive, you see 60% free space. You think you're fine? You're not. Because the problem isn't storage space. The problem is fragmentation, startup bloat, thermal throttling, and background process overload, all happening simultaneously, and none of them are visible to the naked eye. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your PC's performance like a highway. When it was new, it was a clean, open road. Fast lanes, no traffic. You get from A to B instantly. Now imagine, every day, someone adds a few cars to that highway. Small ones. You don't notice them at first. But after a year, 2 years, 3, that highway is gridlocked. And you're sitting in traffic, windows down, wondering what happened. That's your PC right now. And the cars? They have names. They're called Host.exe, running 47 instances at startup. Windows telemetry services consuming 15% of your CPU in the background. Browser extensions, quietly phoning home every 30 seconds. Antivirus software scanning in real time, eating your disk, read speeds alive. App update checkers for apps you haven't opened in 6 months. Running silently in your system tray. Every single day. And your PC is getting slower, not because it's old, but because it's exhausted. Now here's where most people make the mistake that costs them everything. They Google how to make PC faster, and they find these cheap tricks. Delete your desktop shortcuts, empty the recycle bin, change your wallpaper to something simpler. These are the digital equivalent of rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. They don't work. They've never worked. And the people telling you to do them either don't understand what's actually happening, or they don't want you to. Because the real solution? It threatens a multi-billion-dollar industry, the PC upgrade market. If people knew how to properly maintain what they already have, they'd stop buying new machines every 2 to 3 years. They'd realize the $100 laptop they bought in 2019 can feel brand new again, today, with the right knowledge. That's what I'm giving you, right now. Let's go deep. And I promise, I'm going to keep this simple, because this isn't complicated. It was just never explained properly. Your computer has 3 critical bottlenecks. If you fix all 3, your system will feel like a completely different machine. Miss even one of them, and you'll only get a fraction of the results. The first bottleneck is startup overload. When your PC boots, it doesn't just load Windows, it loads every single program that has ever decided it deserves to start with your computer. Your browser, your antivirus, your printer software, your GPU control panel, Discord, Spotify, Steam, OneDrive, Dropbox, Adobe Creative Cloud, some app you installed in 2021 and completely forgot about. All of them racing to load the moment you press the power button. Here's what this means in real numbers. A typical unmanaged PC with 3 to 4 years of software accumulation can have between 40 and 80 startup entries. Each one adds roughly 2 to 5 seconds to your boot time. Each one consumes RAM before you've even opened a single program. Each one is a tax, a silent tax you never agreed to pay. But this one you can fix in 5 minutes, and I'll show you exactly how. The second bottleneck is what I call the invisible workforce. Open Task Manager right now. Go ahead, pause this video, open it. I'll wait. Are you looking at it? How many processes do you see? 50, 80, 100, more? Most people are shocked because they think their PC is doing nothing when they're not using it, but it's not. It's working constantly, running updates, indexing files, syncing cloud storage, checking for new mail, monitoring hardware, logging diagnostics, sending telemetry data to Microsoft, and dozens of other things you never explicitly asked for. Now, not all of these are bad. Some are essential. But a significant number of them are services that have absolutely no value to you. They exist to serve the software companies, not you. And here's the terrifying part. Some of these services are set to run at the highest priority level your system allows, which means when your computer has to choose between running your task and running one of these background services, your task loses. You lose. This is why your computer feels sluggish, even when you're doing something simple, even when you just want to open a Word document. The third bottleneck, and this is the one that almost no one talks about, is thermal throttling. Your CPU is a performance beast, but it has one mortal enemy: heat. When your processor gets too hot, it doesn't crash. It doesn't warn you. It quietly, automatically reduces its own speed. It throttles itself to prevent damage, and it does this without telling you. So imagine, you're running a program that needs full CPU power. Your processor starts to heat up. It throttles down to 60% speed, then 50%. Your program slows to a crawl. You think your CPU is struggling because it's old, but it's not old, it's hot. And it's hot because the thermal paste applied at the factory has dried out and cracked, which happens to virtually every PC after 3 to 4 years. And because the inside of your PC is coated in a thin layer of dust that acts like an insulating blanket, trapping heat that should be expelled. Think about that. Your processor might be running at half its rated speed right now, and you would never know unless you specifically checked. Now, before we get to the solutions, there are 2 more hidden risks I need to warn you about, because these can actually make things worse if you try to fix them the wrong way. The first is the registry. You've probably heard advice to clean your registry to speed up your PC. You've seen software that promises to scan and fix thousands of registry errors. Most of it is junk. Some of it is actively dangerous. Aggressive registry cleaners can delete entries that Windows actually needs, causing system instability, broken programs, or in worst case scenarios, a PC that won't boot at all. There are specific targeted registry tweaks that work, but the clean everything approach that most tools take is reckless. Remember that. The second hidden risk is driver mismatch. Every piece of hardware in your PC runs on driver software, and those drivers need to be exactly the right version, not just the newest version. Many PC issues labeled as slow performance are actually caused by outdated graphics drivers, wrong chipset drivers, or conflicts between driver versions that haven't been properly reconciled. Blindly updating all drivers can occasionally make things worse before they get better. Know this before you start clicking Update All. All right, here's where everything shifts. Because up until now, I've been telling you what's wrong. I've been showing you the problem in all its uncomfortable detail, and maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little frustrated, maybe even a little angry that no one told you this before. Good. Hold that feeling. Because now, right now, we're turning it into power. You now know more about what's actually happening inside your PC than 95% of the people who own one. And that knowledge is the most powerful tool you have. So let's use it. Here is the complete step-by-step system to make your PC feel dramatically faster. Not slightly faster, not a little snappier. Dramatically. The kind of difference where you sit down the next morning, turn it on and think, wait, did I just get a new computer? Step 1. Audit and destroy your startup. Press the Windows key, type Task Manager, open it. Click More Details if it opens in compact mode. Go to the Startup tab. You're going to see a list of every program that launches when your PC boots. For each one, ask yourself, do I need this running the moment my computer turns on? For most of them, the answer is no. Right-click and disable everything that isn't essential. Essential means your antivirus software and nothing else, really. Everything else, Spotify, Discord, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, Steam, any manufacturer software, disable it. You're not uninstalling it. You're just telling it to stop ambushing your boot sequence. Do this, reboot, and I promise you, the difference in boot time will be immediately noticeable. We're talking 30 to 60 seconds faster, minimum. Step 2, kill the invisible workforce. Still in Task Manager, go to the Services tab. This is more advanced, so let's be strategic. There are specific Windows services that consume real resources and offer most users zero value. Windows search indexing is one of the biggest. If you rarely use the Windows search bar, this service is indexing every file on your drive in the background for no reason. Right-click it, stop it, then set it to manual so it doesn't restart automatically. Sysmain, formerly called Superfetch, is another one. It preloads programs it thinks you'll use into RAM. Sounds helpful. In practice, on systems with limited RAM, 8 GB or less, it creates more bottleneck than it prevents. Disable it. Windows Telemetry, this is Microsoft's data collection service. It runs constantly, uses disk, I/O, uses CPU. You can disable it through services called Connected User Experiences and Telemetry, and through Group Policy if you're on Windows Pro. The combination of these three changes alone can free up a significant portion of your RAM and background CPU usage. We're talking real, measurable performance gains. Step 3. Storage, deep clean, the right way. Go to Settings, then System, then Storage. Turn on Storage Sense and configure it to automatically clean temporary files. Then run Disk Cleanup. Search for it in the Start menu as an administrator. This unlocks the Cleanup System Files option, which removes old Windows Update files. These can take up anywhere from 2 to 15 gigabytes on a typical machine. Then, and this step is critical, go to your browser. Every browser accumulates a cache of temporary internet files. Over time, this can grow to gigabytes of data. Go into your browser settings, find the Privacy or History section, and clear your cache, cookies, and browsing data. Set it to clear automatically on close if you don't mind logging back into sites occasionally. Empty your Downloads folder. Be honest with yourself. When did you last open anything in there? Clear it out. Step 4. Address thermal throttling. This step requires a bit more courage, but the payoff is enormous. First, clean your PC. If you haven't opened it in over a year, the inside is coated in dust. Compressed air from any electronics store. Shut down, unplug, open the case, and give it a thorough blowout. Focus on the CPU heatsink, the GPU fans, and any case intake fans. You don't need to be technical. You just need to be thorough. If your PC is 3 years or older and you're comfortable with basic hardware, consider replacing the thermal paste on your CPU. This is a 15-minute job. The paste costs a few dollars, and it can drop your CPU temperatures by 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. A cooler CPU is a faster CPU. Remember, it throttles when it gets hot. This one change has been documented to dramatically recover performance in older systems. At minimum, check your CPU temperature using a free tool like H2W Monitor or Core Temp. If you're regularly seeing temperatures above 85 degrees Celsius under load, your thermal management is failing you. Step 5. Update your drivers correctly. Go to your GPU manufacturer's website directly. NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel, wherever your graphics card came from. Download and install the latest driver from the source. Not from Windows Update, not from third-party tools, from the source. For your other drivers, chipset, audio network, go to your motherboard manufacturer's website, find your exact model, and download the driver pack. Install them, reboot. If you're on a laptop, your laptop manufacturer's website is the right source. Dell, HP, Lenovo, Asus, they all have driver pages for each specific model. Step 6, the software trim. Go to Settings, then Apps, then Installed Apps. Sort by size. Look at what's there. Be honest, how many of these do you actually use? Manufacturers often pre-install software, bloatware, that runs in the background even when you never open it. Remove it. Remove anything you haven't opened in the last 3 months. Remove duplicate tools that do the same thing. You almost certainly have 2 or 3 PDF readers installed without realizing it. Less software means fewer background processes. Fewer processes means more resources for the things you actually care about. Step 7. One final power move. Go to your power settings. In Windows, search for Power Plan. Make sure you're on High Performance or Balanced. Never on Power Saver unless you're on Battery and desperate. Power Saver throttles your CPU intentionally. Many people accidentally end up on this setting and wonder why everything feels sluggish. On newer Windows 11 systems, look for Ultimate Performance Mode. You may need to enable it through a command line tweak. Search for how to unlock the Ultimate Performance plan for your version of Windows. On a desktop to PC especially, this mode removes governor limits and lets your hardware perform at its absolute ceiling. By now, if you followed everything I've walked you through, or even just the first 4 steps, your PC should feel like a fundamentally different machine. Faster boots, snappier program opens, less stuttering, lower temperatures, more responsive everything. And you did it without spending a single dollar on new hardware. Here's what I want you to take away from this. The tech industry has a vested interest in making you feel like your existing hardware is obsolete. Every few years, they push a new narrative. Your PC is old, your processor is slow, you need more RAM, you need a new machine. And billions of people believe it because nobody's ever taken the time to explain what's actually happening and what they can actually do about it. But now you know. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. You have the steps. And the most important thing, share this. Because the person in your life who's about to spend $500 on a new laptop because their current one runs slow, they need to see this first. Your computer was never broken. It was just buried. And now you know how to dig it out. The most expensive computer isn't the newest one. It's the one you replaced before you knew the truth.